So I passed the NCLEX-RN in June, and I'm super excited and scared at the same time, but I decided I wanted to share this video with you guys because I wish I had this video when I was about to take the NCLEX. So here are some ways I mentally and physically prepared for doomsday, I would call it. NCLEX doomsday. Disclaimer right before we get started is that this will not guarantee that you will pass the NCLEX. This is just my personal experience and stuff. Number 1. I started preparing early for the NCLEX. I think I started my last semester of nursing school, but you know, we started preparing like way before then. Like we would take these little Kaplan tests so that you could move on to another course and stuff. So we've been practicing for a while, but we really started practicing the last semester of nursing school. So if your school's not doing that, try to do that. We did 10 questions a day for our capstone course and 300 if you were like me, a slacker, and waited to the last minute to do the questions. Tip number 2. Make a schedule for yourself. I gave myself like a few weeks off after graduation, and then once I got my testing date, that is when I started like making a schedule. I did 2 weeks. Some people might say that's not that much, but you know, what can you do? I was a slacker. What I did is I made sure I got up every morning at like 9 a.m., made breakfast, and I physically went to my school's library because I knew I wasn't going to study at home. And I did 100 questions and then I remediated them, and then I just gave myself the rest of the day off because it was summer and NCLEX wasn't going to rule my life. Tip number 3. Find an NCLEX course that best suits you. I know Hurst is for content and Kaplan is for, you know, strategies and stuff, but that's what I heard on those two. I don't know how Hurst is, but Kaplan worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. My school personally did Kaplan, and I just decided I was going to stick with it because I mean I had all the resources there. I had a Q bank, I had the question trainers and all that stuff, and I made sure I did most of them. I also used a Saunders content review book, this baby. This is the 6th edition, and it basically just has a bunch of like med-surg, peds, it has everything in it. All of your nursing stuff from the first semester is in this book, and it really helped me because it came with a QBank online, and I did a bunch of those questions with the Kaplan questions, so I kind of mixed between the two so I would have strategy and content, and I do think that really helped me, but I really do think Kaplan helped the most because it kind of mentally prepares you, because it looks like the exact NCLEX because they have the same screens and everything, and I did not know that. I was pleasantly surprised. 4. Think positive. I know that's easier said than done, but you need to do it. I had to force myself because I'm a very negative person. I'm trying to change that, but you need to think positive, girl. You need to think positive. I hung up sticky notes that said, pass, you can do it, April RN, registered nurse, you got this, girl, like stuff like that, and motivational quotes, biblical quotes, everything. I just needed inspiration in my life that I could pass this and that I could do this, so yeah. That's what helped me the most, was just forcing myself to think positively. Every time I would talk to people, I would say, yeah, I'm gonna pass this test. I was not like, if I pass this test, I was like, I am going to pass this test. And every time I said if, I would change it to I'm gonna pass it. So that's what you need to do to get your mind in the right place. Another thing that I did was I looked up websites and success stories on YouTube, inspirational stories about people passing the NCLEX, kind of like this one, and it helped motivate me and it helped me think that, wow, these people can do it, so can I. I was just obsessed, honestly. I was just obsessed. I also got a few ideas from the websites on Allnurses and on YouTube from, like, I got their study guides that they used and how they kind of prepared for the NCLEX, like this video I'm filming right now. I just got some ideas from them and that really helped me like fine-tune my study plan and everything. Allnurses has a really good study bank on there that like goes around a lot, and I will link that down in the description box, but the mnemonics really help. 5, 5, 5, 5. Give yourself a break, kid. Give yourself a break, because studying for 24 hours is not gonna help you. Studying for 24 hours isn't gonna help you, because that's what I thought I was gonna do. I was gonna study 24 hours, but then when it came down to it, I really could only do 100 questions a day. It's just, I just couldn't do it. You really can't remember everything that you studied in your entire nursing school, all the drugs. Don't think that you can read this entire dang book and you'll pass. It's not gonna happen. What you need to do is find the weak areas that you have, study that content, and then fine-tune your critical thinking strategies. That's what I did, because I had no idea about peds, maternity, and I had to go back and read that stuff. Do a test online on like Kaplan, or if you get the Saunders book, there's a cool way that you can find the little weak areas that you have and study that stuff, and you'll be good to go. I gave myself the weekends off and the rest of the day off, so that was another way I gave myself a break. And of course, lunch breaks. Gotta have your snacks. Have fun the day before your NCLEX. Don't sit at home and stress and say that I'm not gonna pass the NCLEX. You are gonna pass. What I did, hang out with your friends, go shopping, retail therapy. That way, you won't feel so tired when you're taking the NCLEX the next day and be like, why did I do those 1,000 questions the day before? I'm so tired of these questions. And then you won't do as well because you'll just be like lazy. And on test day, imagine that you have registered nurse next to your name. Just keep that in your mind. Keep a green pass next to your name. And just keep your mind in the zone. Just think about the question, think about the answers, move on. Don't stay on a question for too long. Have a good breakfast, have your favorite breakfast. I had eggs and rice, because I'm Asian, and that kept me good for a good 2 hours. That's when I got out, was 2 hours. Try to schedule your test with friends. I found this so helpful because you had your comfort blanket there and it felt like, wow, this is just like any other test in nursing school. I can do this. This is not going to determine me as a person. Pray beforehand, do whatever makes you de-stress, breathing techniques. Nursing school. Lastly, you will be okay, girl. You will be okay. Test does not define who you are as a nurse, and don't give up on your dreams. Keep at it, and good luck. Please comment down below if you have any requests on videos, whether it be nursing or, I don't care, advice. Yeah, and like this video if you found it helpful. Bye! April RN. Woo!